Imagine watching a skinny rookie turn into a muscle powerhouse right before your eyes. In the NBA, it's happened many times. Some players completely change their bodies, getting stronger, faster, or slimmer, and left fans on the internet absolutely stunned. Today, we'll go through the top 10 unbelievable NBA player transformations, and each story shows how hard work changed the player's body and game. Stick around for the final one because it's probably something you would never expect. And starting from number 10, Kevin Love. He entered the NBA as a big body power forward known for grabbing rebounds and scoring inside. Coming out of college, he weighed about 270 pounds, and early in his career in Minnesota, he used that size to bully opponents and was a walking double-double machine. But in 2014, when Love was traded to play with LeBron James in Cleveland, he decided to transform his body. Kevin Love dropped about 30 pounds, going down to 240 pounds to get quicker for the Cavaliers' fast-paced offense. The difference from before was crazy. He looked leaner and more agile on the court. The weight loss definitely paid off because he became a better fit alongside his superstar teammates and he could guard faster players. And in 2016, his transformation paid off and it helped him win an NBA championship with Cleveland. He went from a chubby rookie into a fit champion, proving that hard work can really change a career. But for my 9th pick, we have Joel Embiid, an MVP and a dominant force that we know today. In college, Embiid was talented, but he had a leaner build, around 240 pounds on his 7-foot frame. And after being drafted, he missed 2 seasons with foot injuries, and he knew that he had to strengthen his body in order for it not to happen again. Over the years, Embiid bulked up to about 280 pounds of muscle. That's roughly 40 pounds heavier than his college days. This huge transformation turned him into one of the NBA's most powerful big men. By adding muscle, he became a force in the paint, able to push around other centers and dominate games. More importantly, Embiid and his trainers focused on using his bigger frame the right way, building strength without causing more injuries. The result? Embiid maximized his potential and became an MVP caliber player. In 2023, he even won the NBA MVP award. And fans who remember a skinnier Joel Embiid are amazed by how he transformed into a beast in the post. Using his added strength to score at will and defend the rim, his journey from a skinny prospect to a powerhouse shows what dedication in the gym can really do. But who cares about all of that, because for number 8, we have someone that's nicknamed Superman. Because when Dwight Howard was drafted first overall in 2004, he was just an 18-year-old kid with a skinny frame, around 230 to 240 pounds at 6'10". But Dwight had a mission. He wanted to become Superman in his early NBA years. So he decided to go to the gym a lot. He focused on eating and lifting to add muscle to his frame, and every summer he would come back much stronger. His teammates even joked about him that he looked like an NFL linebacker. And within a few seasons, Superman's weight climbed to about 265 pounds of solid muscle. His shoulders and arms became huge, and his athleticism was off the charts. This transformation helped him dominate as a rebounder and shot blocker, earning 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards. He even wore a Superman cape during the 2008 dunk contest and it fit the nickname. But that's not the end of Dwight's story, because years later in 2019, injuries and age had slowed him down, and he realized his diet was a problem. So he made another transformation. He cut out all the junk food and rapidly lost 28 pounds, getting in his best shape in years. With a much leaner body, Dwight said he had more energy and didn't get as tired as quickly in games. This new fitness paid off when he helped the Lakers win the 2020 championship as a key role player. Superman's journey is remarkable, from skinny teen to muscle superstar to an older veteran reinventing his body to stay in the game. It shows that even when you're already a star, there's always room to change your body and improve your health. But there's always that one guy that gets made fun of, and at number 7, his name is James Harden. His transformation story is a bit different and pretty funny. Harden was never out of shape in his prime. In fact, he was an MVP and one of the league's best scorers. But in early 2021, when Harden wanted a trade from the Houston Rockets, fans noticed something odd. He appeared much heavier during games. Pictures of Harden looking out of shape spread on the internet, and people couldn't believe how quickly he had gained weight. Yet, just a short time later, after he was traded to the Brooklyn Nets, Harden showed up looking slim and fit again. This overnight change sparked a wild fan theory. Fans joked that Harden had been wearing a fat suit to force Houston to trade him. Even retired players got in on the joke. Gilbert Arenas famously talked about Harden, saying he was 40 pounds overweight on Monday, and the next day he came in slim and looking like Rambo. The internet went crazy with memes comparing Houston Rockets Harden to Brooklyn Nets Harden. Of course, in reality, Harden probably just wasn't training as hard while being unhappy in Houston, and then quickly ramped up his workouts once he moved. He likely shed water weight and adjusted his diet, but the change was so fast and so dramatic, it shocked the entire NBA community. Harden's skills never left. Once in Brooklyn, he played at an all-star level, but his sudden shapeshift remains as an internet legend. But someone who is not known for being weak at number 6 is Shaquille O'Neal, because he is one of the greatest players ever and strongest players ever. But many people forget that young Shaquille O'Neal wasn't as huge as he eventually became, because when Shaq was drafted in 1992, he was big, but relatively lean for his height. He moved very fast for a big man, and fast forward to the early 2000s, Shaq on the Los Angeles Lakers was an absolute tank. He intentionally gained a lot of weight to dominate the competition. But how much weight are we talking? Because on TV, Shaq once revealed what he weighed during each of the Lakers championship runs. For the first title, it was 345 pounds. For the second title, it was 365 pounds. And for the third title, you won't guess it, but it was 395 pounds. Literally 5 pounds less than 400. Shaq was truly gigantic, and this was a transformation of over 100 pounds since his rookie days. And believe it or not, it really helped his game. With all of that bulk, Shaq became almost unstoppable in the paint. Defenders simply were scared and bounced off of him as he dunked and scored no matter what was in his way. He was still pretty quick for his size, but now he was also one of the most dominant physical forces the league has ever seen. The internet really loves to circulate before and after photos of Shaq. In recent years after retiring, Shaq has lost weight to stay healthy, but his playing days transformation stands out as one of the most dramatic ever seen. He proved that sometimes bigger was better. And someone else who might be a legend in your eyes or not, but is definitely underrated at number 5 is Mike Bibby. He was a solid NBA point guard in the 2000s. He was a quick, average-sized guy known for his shooting and passing. He was never considered muscular or strong. In fact, as a player, he was kind of skinny. So imagine everyone's surprise when years after retirement, a photo popped up in 2018 showing Mike Bibby looking absolutely jacked. In that viral picture, his arms were bulging with muscles, and he was as ripped as a bodybuilder. The internet exploded with reactions because no one expected to see such a transformation after his playing days. Mike Bibby himself even joked that the photo made him look even bigger than he really was. But there's no doubt that he got very strong after retirement. So how did it happen? After retiring, Bibby became a high school basketball coach, and he spent hours in the gym every single day. He lifted weights religiously and cleaned up his diet. In an interview, Bibby said he's in the gym from morning to noon, training others and working out himself. He even played in a 3-on-3 league and wanted to be in top shape for it. He even made a joke that when he was a player, teams didn't want him lifting heavy because he'd get way too bulked.
You know, when I was playing, they never wanted me to lift that much. You know, lifting kind of got frowned upon. When I was playing more, unless you're a big guy.
Right.
And you know, just to stay agile and stuff. I don't have to stay agile and stuff anymore. So you know,
once he retired, he finally had the freedom to lift as much as he wanted, and the results were amazing. Fans commented that Bibby now looked more ready for a Mr. Olympia contest than a basketball game.
He's Yoki McDokey out here.
My man's a bodybuilder, bro. It's bodybuilding.com/Mike Bibby, bro. This dude is jacked. IFBBAA, whatever. I mean, this dude is crazy.
I'm gonna ask him. I wonder if he could shoot still.
Well, Jules, you know better than me, though. I'm just a medium.
We sound so lame talking about being yoked.
Because we're two Pinocchios over here talking muscles.
This transformation shocked people, also because it proves that even after age 35, you can dramatically change your physique. His journey from a slim point guard to a muscle-bound coach lit the internet on fire and inspired a lot of mid-age folks to hit the gym. And someone who we all know has both hit the gym and McDonald's at number 4 is Zion Williamson. Zion came into the NBA in 2019 as one of the most unique physical specimens ever. He was 6'6" with incredible hops and weighing around 280 to 285 pounds as a 19-year-old. He was powerful and explosive, throwing down dunks that would shock the rim and even the world. But Zion's size hasn't been the greatest to him. Early in his career, his injuries sidelined him, and rumors swirled that he had gained a lot of weight while rehabbing. The internet was filled with concern and unfortunately some jokes about his physique. But then came a shocking transformation. In summer of 2022 and again in 2023, Zion showed up in off-season pictures looking much leaner. The most dramatic change happened ahead of the 2023-24 season. Zion reportedly lost about 30 pounds and looked in fantastic shape. Photos from his youth camp in South Carolina went viral, showing a slimmed down Zion with muscle definition and a big smile. Fans were stunned and excited, some even predicting an MVP level season if he kept that condition. Tweets poured in about him, calling him Skinny Zion and saying that the league wasn't ready for this version of him. It was a major glow up that had everyone talking. And on the court, when Zion has been healthy and in shape, he's absolutely dominant, using his strength to bully defenders, but also his new fitness to be quicker and last longer in games. Zion's journey isn't over. Staying in shape is a constant challenge, but seeing him transform his body and silence the critics was a good feeling. And if he keeps it up, we might see Zion reach his true superstar potential. And finally, into our top 3. At number 3, we have the glorious sunshine. You get it, LeBron James. LeBron is such a household name that we almost take his physique for granted. But let's rewind all the way back to 2003, when LeBron entered the NBA straight out of high school as an 18-year-old. He was listed at around 6'8" and about 240 pounds, which is strong for a teenager. But compared to the grown men in the league, young LeBron looked very slim. Fast forward 20 years and LeBron has turned himself into an ageless marvel with a body that seems carved from literal stone. Ever since joining the NBA, LeBron has gained an estimated 20 to 40 pounds of pure muscle. His arms, chest, and legs all got noticeably bigger over the years. And this wasn't by accident. LeBron is famous for how much he invests in his body. He reportedly spends over $1.5 million a year on personal trainers, home gyms, recovery, and nutrition just to stay in peak condition. The result? In his early 40s, LeBron is still one of the most athletic and strongest players in the league. He's able to sprint past or bulldoze through players much younger than him, and around 2014, he actually slimmed down a bit by cutting carbs from his diet. But overall, his long-term transformation has been about getting stronger. LeBron's shoulders and biceps grew, and he added core strength that helps him absorb contact when driving to the basket. His tomahawk dunks and chase down blocks are as powerful as ever, except now they come from a more mature, bulked up frame. Importantly, that muscle has helped him avoid many injuries and play at a high level for an incredibly long time. He's played 20 plus seasons and is still going. Fans online often post side-by-side photos of rookie LeBron versus now, showing how he truly went from a scrawny chosen one to a physically imposing king of the court. This transformation, while being gradual, definitely shocked the internet for how sustained and effective it has been. LeBron, being one of the greatest players of all time, definitely is a good role model. And at number 2, there is someone who you might have not noticed but has definitely had a great transformation. His name is the Serbian king. I meant Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic might be the most unlikely superstar in terms of body shape, but when Jokic was drafted in 2014, he was talented but visibly chubby and not very athletic looking. In fact, he once admitted he had a bad soda habit as a teen. Jokic said he used to drink 2 to 3 liters of Coca-Cola every single day. That is a lot. And he only started to stop when he arrived in the US to play pro basketball.
I took my last soda at the airplane to America a year and a half ago. Wow. Yeah.
Early in his NBA career, he had what some would call a dad bod, a bit soft and slow, although his skills were very good. But after a tough playoff loss in 2019, Jokic decided to transform his body and reach another level. He cut out all the junk food and committed to a new workout routine. Over the next year, he lost about 20 to 30 pounds while gaining muscle. By the time the 2020 season came, fans were stunned to see a much leaner Jokic, running the floor and even dunking more easily. But honestly, in my opinion, that's not as impressive as number 1. The best transformation in NBA history, and his name is the Greek Freak, aka Giannis Antetokounmpo. The most jaw-dropping transformation in recent NBA history belongs to Giannis, and it's so crazy that his nickname is literally the Greek Freak. When Giannis was drafted by Milwaukee in 2013, he was just 18 years old, a relatively unknown kid from Greece, and he stood about 6'9" tall and weighed about 190 pounds, which is very skinny. One early photo showed his legs were super thin, but he had huge hands and a great attitude. The Milwaukee Bucks saw his potential and Giannis got to work. Over the next few years, he transformed his body like a Marvel superhero in the gym. Giannis grew to 6'11" and packed on a layer after layer of muscle, going up to about 242 pounds of solid strength. That's a gain of over 50 pounds. His teammates were shocked as Giannis got broader shoulders, stronger arms, and powerful legs. He basically turned from a scrawny prospect into a Greek god in build. But how did he do it? It's work ethic. Coaches and trainers trainers often talk about how Giannis is one of the hardest working players they've ever seen. He attacked the weight room, improved his nutrition, and year by year, fans could visibly see him getting stronger and more confident. He started dunking on everyone, playing bully ball, and defending every position on the court. By 2019, pictures comparing rookie Giannis versus present Giannis were going viral. It didn't even look like the same person. Even his height increased a bit. Giannis's transformation paid off in a big way. He became a two-time NBA MVP, a Defensive Player of the Year, and in 2021, he led the Bucks to an NBA championship, even winning Finals MVP. He couldn't have done that without the added strength to power through defenders. Now, he is arguably the most dominant player in the league, and a lot of that is thanks to his improved physique and relentless training. And out of all these 10 NBA players, it showed us a lesson that amazing transformations are definitely possible, whether it was losing weight, gaining muscle, or just reshaping their fitness. Each change shocked fans online and often improved the player's performance on the court. From Kevin Love trying to get slim to Giannis trying to get bulky, from Harden's overnight transformation to Jokic's steady evolution, we've seen that the journey to an ideal basketball body is different for everyone. It takes hard work, discipline, and sometimes a bit of drama, but the result can be extraordinary. Comment down below in your opinion who you guys think had the best transformation, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, as it means a lot, and YouTube thinks you're gonna like the video that's gonna pop up, so click on it. Thank you for watching and have a great rest of your day. Seriously, like and subscribe, and click on the video. Bye.